Hello, Michelle. Hello, Skinny Queen. Y'all here bright and early tonight. And am I on time? I think I'm on time. So, putting on City Beauty Plumping Lip Oil and do the brows. And hey, Janet. And wait for the other Michelle to come because this is her look. I do need to pull out palettes, but I will say what we're doing today before I get into the intro. We are doing a bold and bright look. One of our channel members, and she was actually gifted a membership, so I'm hoping she stays. She wanted a cool tone purple. No, let me back up. Bold, bright pink, and cool tone purple with navy to smoke it out. So that was the color story she wanted. And she did pick out palettes: Neon Garden, Anxiety, My Lethal BYOP, and this Sephora Hot Pink, which I am going to declutter. Hey Grace, the last time I used it, it was patchy. It just felt super dry. So this was actually on my desk for me to take it off of my inventory list. But I did go over to get that for this look, and then it's going in the makeup trash. Actually, it'll go back on my desk so I don't forget to remove it out of my inventory. And next Tuesday, we're doing Skinny Queen's look. She wanted a muted Christmas look with bright liner. And the colors that she chose was garnet, sage, gold, silver with a white liner. So for tonight, what am I doing? Like right this second. Do my brows. My really That's exciting, Janet. Are you going to post a picture on Instagram? I want to see which ones you got. I am so glad. What's it been, like 5 months? Oh my gosh. I shouldn't make that face, but I need to pull out the palettes that she wanted me to use. That's exciting. Do you have, which one was it that I used? And you was wondering if you had got it. Hey, Tanya. Was it the unseen one? Was this the one that I wore and you were saying you hoped that you were questioning if you had ordered this one? I think it was this one, the unseen one. I'm not, oh, that's right, you're in Pennsylvania. You're a state away. I forgot about that. Yeah, you're a state away, so you're not even home to open your package. Oh, man. So she wanted circle, what'd she say? I'm looking at the wrong side of the paper. Circle Loco. And she actually picked out which specific color she wanted. Mission Triple X inspired. So which one is that? I know it's one of the black BYOP palettes. No, it's not. It's green. Mission Triple X inspired. And Neon Garden. I just love everything being right here, like seriously. And then we have Neon Garden. So these are the 3 palettes that she chose. Oh, and Anxiety for that shade Terminus. And so, yeah, so these are the 4 palettes that we're going to be using. And she wanted me to tap Flamingo on top of the lipstick. And she wanted heart gems. So we have some heart gems. So for Neon Garden, she wanted me to use, why is this looking messy? I need to get on with my brows. She wanted, how did I write this? I need to do this different. Oh, I'm looking on the wrong side of the paper. She wanted Plastic Flamingo over the pink lip. And we're going to be using Violet Delights, this shade over here. And Circle Loco, she wanted, hey Janessa, you're deep in the weeds on an editing project to work, so I'll be popping it out. Of course, we are a multitasking bunch here. And from Circle Loco, she wanted me to use Act and Magic, these 2 purple shades. And I should have wrote this out in a different way. The Mission Triple X palette Exosphere, and I'm pretty sure like that's this one. This blue and then it's purple. Look at that. This shade, y'all, is gorgeous. I think I have this in probably 2 other palettes and for me to be like, I don't like dupes, I like that one enough to get it. How can all 3 of us be number 1? Oh, that is strange. Well, when Dawn comes in, that'll stop. It'll just be her. And for Mission Triple X Inspired, no, this is Anxiety. She wanted me to use Terminus. Terminus is this shade right here. I still remember when we were picking Janet's palettes and her colors. And when it came time for Michelle to clarify, she was like, this one, that one, this one, that one. And she said that she had been taking notes when Janet was picking her palettes and the colors. I was like, wow. And then it made sense because then she said she's a paralegal or something like that, or works in the court system or something she was saying. So then it made sense that she was taking notes. I was just like, wow, like you already know everything that you want. Deep in the okay, wait, I read that one. I'm deep in a bowl of sliced cucumber, creamy Italian dressing. There's a dressing, not quite Italian, at BJ's. It's called like Onion Vidalia or something like that, and it comes with 2, and they're huge. And the price is really good. That's my favorite dressing, and so I always keep that. And instead of using Miracle Whip, like for my tuna fish or like chicken salad or even pasta salad, I'll put that in there because it's quite tasty. And y'all know I love stuff tasty. I love plain or lightly salted bagels. I love a lot of cream cheese on my bagels. I love a lot of cream cheese. I feel like I did watch yesterday's live today. I watched maybe like a half hour this morning, got sleepy, turned it off. And during my wake ups, I would turn it on, and I finished watching it this afternoon. And you know what, y'all? That live was fun. It was fun. And it was funny me seeing myself because I was just like, I'm going through, y'all. I need some comfort food. But what I like about rewatching it, well, not rewatching it, but watching it, was I got to see more of what Janessa was doing, because when we do the lives, like I'm doing my look, she's doing her look. Every now and then we'll look over, see what the other one is doing. But just to really see like what she was doing, her look was very beautiful. I really like your look, Janessa. Torrance did a short, Janessa, of my pictures for Instagram, and he commented, because I wrote that, we did a nod to him with the fans, and so he commented, good times. I really do miss him. And he's just one of those people that just like gets burrowed into your heart, and it's just like he's just always there. And I wasn't that familiar with him that long, so it was just something about him. Like, he is just such a cool person. And I did love his content. I hope he does come back at some point, but if not, we know where to find him. So that was really cool. And I usually do think of him when Janessa and I are doing something together, because she did her first collab. Thank you for the hearts. She did her first collab with Torrance, and she found me through my collab with Torrance. And so every time we work together, hey, Alexandria. So every time we work together, it reminds me of him. You don't do anything in your bagel? Don't it be dry? I usually eat bagels with peanut butter. That's good too. But I'm in my office, so it's just a plain bagel tonight. Yeah, I don't like them plain. What's your favorite bagel? Mine is either the everything bagel or an onion bagel. But I only I don't get bagels that often. But when I do get bagels, if I know I'm not going to be around people, I'll get onion bagel. If I'm going to be around people, I'll get everything bagel. So what's your favorite bagel? I just like flavors. That's what it is. And I don't even think the onion bagel tastes like onions. I just think it just has, I mean, it does have a strong flavor, but I don't actually taste onion. Like, I don't feel like I'm eating an onion. Let's see what's going on. I wish I can get rid of this Q&A sticker thing. I like plain, but there is a booth at our farmer's market where they sell garlic and, oh, that sounds good. Oh, garlic and onion bagel, that sounds really good. Oh, wow. It's cold in here again. Not even butter. Like, don't it be dry, Tanya? Yeah, I just, every time Janessa we work together, I think of him. I really, every single time. Yeah, he's just a beautiful soul. Oh, he's in Michigan? Tell him he's gonna look up and find me outside his door. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's on Instagram. You could tell him. Be like, one day you might see me. Meaning you. I feel like I haven't seen anyone forever. I was down for the country last week, sick. Oh no, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, down for the count. Okay. I like it. Yeah, garlic and herb bagel sounds nice. Didn't you go somewhere, Tanya? And when you came back, you got sick? Because I think I remember saying, like, right after COVID, when everything opened up, everybody I know that went on vacation or went on a cruise, every single person I know that went on a trip came back sick. So I kind of feel like you had went somewhere and I had brought that up. Mine wasn't stomach, just a quick cold. Oh, stomach bugs are not fun. It's like, which end is it going to come out of? Yeah, okay, yeah, the concert. Hello, lovely Joe. What am I doing? So the thing with my heat, it did go up to 71 last night, but it took its time. And so what I think is because it's just so freaking cold outside. I think it's like 22 degrees outside right now. So when I go to bed, I know y'all have heard this before. Before I go to bed, I turn it down to 65 because I'm going to be under very, very warm colors. You went on a cruise in January getting sick. It was amazing. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. That's awesome. Everybody I know after COVID, like 2021, 2022, when they went away, they would come back sick. When they see New Edition in February, so I'm going to swig some minutes beforehand. And then when I get up, I put it on 67, and it gets to 67 fairly quickly. And then once it's on 67, and quickly I mean like 10 minutes, it went from 65 to 67. And then I'll put it to 69. And it was taking its sweet time. So like 20 minutes later, it was still 67 in here. And I'm like, man, y'all see my nose is red. So I'm kind of cold. And so I looked at it and it still said it was 67. And so I went ahead and just put it on 71. And then it clicked over to auxiliary heat. And so I think just because it's cold outside. But I am glad that yesterday it stopped running on auxiliary heat because I'm like, they just fixed it. And I did check it. The fan was going and he showed me a piece of, the pipe is insulated, but there's maybe like an inch gap where it's not insulated. And he was like, come here, I want to show you something. And he said, touch this right here. And he said, if it's warm, that means it's working. And he said, if you touch this when the heat's on and it's not warm, he said, turn the circuit breaker off and call the office. I said, okay. And he said, and when I run the AC in the summer, he said, if I touch that and it's not cold, he said, turn off the breaker and call the office. I was like, okay. So it is warm, so I did check it. Part of me feels like last night was a dream because sitting here now and just doing like a regular makeup look, I'm just like, did that really happen? But it was nice watching the live because you know what, my look was pretty cool. And sometimes I could see my brows, and then sometimes I couldn't. So some of the pictures I took, depending on the angle and the lighting, I did see the brows, and in some pictures I didn't. And I did look up Todrick Hall. Kay said that I look like that was a look that he would do or something, she said. And I had said, oh, I'm not familiar with him. It ain't even long enough to be nappy. So, but, okay. And so then she wrote us a compliment. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did Google him today. And I'm like, you know what? That is that look. That is that look. Thank you, Janet. That was something, yo. I was going through it. And I kept hearing myself like, girl, you act like it's the end of the world coming. Because I was so overwhelmed. I was so overwhelmed. Because I wanted to do her justice. I wanted to do Janessa justice. I didn't want to do a look and not be looking crazy because she don't be looking crazy. And I know I put that pressure on myself. I know I do. But that's why I was just like, oh my God. And so, in a weird way, and I say weird because I'm still kind of like, what the fuck? I'm excited for us to do it again next year. Somebody commented that they wanted to see more looks like that. And so I very, calmly, not snarky at all, but said something like that we did plan to do one again next year. And she said pink and purple. I'm going to take out strawberry milk. And I put that making request is a channel membership perk. And so unless a channel member, if a channel member requests one, then I'll do another one before next December. All right, I'm trying to get through looking at my eyeliners to pull out purple. Oh, don't fall. These are all my eyeliners, except for Hung Van Gogh, the two, because those are blue and green. Yo, look at all these eyeliners I got. And I do use them all at some point in time. So strawberry milk, that's not even a pink. Do I have, oh, we do. Strawberry milk is a pink. Strawberry milk is a pink. I don't know what that was. I'm trying to find a purple one. I don't have, what? I don't have a purple one. Navy to smoke it out. So we'll use Stay the Night. And I think I'm going to use Perpetual Shock. Maybe. Oh, my thick thighs corded. Y'all don't have? Surprisingly, why do I not have a purple? I remember I had a light purple, but it didn't show up, so I did declutter that. But these, yeah. I wish I could do my brows as nice as you do, Dion. Thank you, Joe. It was pretty quick today, because sometimes it takes me a while, and I'm just like, what's happening? Thank you. I just kind of fluff them and fill in the holes. So I wonder, like, if I can go back in time knowing what I know now, like what I had over tweezed my brows. And I kind of think I would, because we're quick to, not all of us, but some of us are quick to say, oh, if I knew what I know now, I would have never. And then when you think about it, you're like, yeah, I still would have. So I probably still would. My lashes were bushy like caterpillars. And I would like to think that I would have just like tweezed underneath, like the little hairs people have here, and instead of like over tweezing so they wouldn't grow, so the toes wouldn't grow. But I would like to think that's what I would do. It's just like tweeze under here. And every now and then like one will come in like under here somewhere or like over here, and I'll just, pull it out. Tweeze it, I should say. But thank you. Yeah, today they look good. Then I watch this back and be like, girl, they're not. This one is a little further in than this one, but we're gonna leave it. I got a lot to do. And I'm just taking my time talking. Okay, so we have our eyeliners out. I have brushes out. We have the palettes out. Let me put this on all messages. I hate that it does that. And even when I look at people's videos now for comments, it says if you want to see all the comments, push newest or something it says. I'm like, why don't they? Because they think they know what people want. You definitely have my daddy's eyebrow. Excuse me. Oh, my intro. Hello again and welcome. Bruce just reminded me I didn't do my intro. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy foundation of YouTube. The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Be your authentic self. It is very freeing. And you may lose some people when you stop living up to their expectations, and that's okay. Because do you want people to like you for you, or to like you for who they want you to be? And usually, that is two different things. So that's the crazy. Just being who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain technique, or a certain brand because that's what they're telling you you have to do in whatever video that you're watching. I'm here to tell you no. Do what you want to do. If you want to try all the things, try all the things. But just because you're curious of if it will work for you, what it will look like. But just, I encourage you not to do things just because you feel obligated because somebody's telling you that. And I do come across people that say, this is a perfect example. What is that? Someone said to me that she likes that I line my inner rooms, and she said that she doesn't do that because people told her it makes her eyes look smaller. And I said, well, do you care if your eyes look smaller? She said, no. I said, then go ahead and line your inner rooms. And she went, that's a good point. I was just like, you're welcome. It was a piece of hair on here, but now I don't see it. And I did pull out tweezers to take it off, but now I don't see the hair on this one. Yeah, but she was like, yeah, that's a good point. So she had never thought about it like that before. I'm like, if you don't care, yeah, well, just do it. And she was like, and I was just like, okay. And I usually do ask people that, like, do you care? And usually it's like, no. So I'm like, then do it. And they be like, yeah. So if you want to try it just because you're curious, not because somebody said something to you. When I decided my expectations were bad enough, I definitely lost a bunch of friends you didn't need to be on. Exactly. And that's the point, is our life is usually more peaceful without living up to someone else's expectations. Like, just be who you are. And I don't think they're intentional. I think they just don't think. This one guy I dated, he always complained of this dark patch right here. It just does not want to go away. And he would always just like say little slick shit out his mouth. Oh, the intro. Because now I'm cursing. The more I find myself, the more people lose. Yeah. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So all of that is what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for, and I know it was convoluted because I kept forgetting I was doing the intro, but bottom line, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint, and set the standard for yourself as far as whatever makeup you want to wear. Okay. Two tidbits about me. I'm still so thrown off. One is I curse because I cursed. I already did that. And two, there's an organism named Bruce that lives in my throat that wants to randomly hiccup, gurgle, and belch in live streams and in videos. I try to be aware of it to say excuse me for him because he doesn't speak. He just be making noises. And so if you hear him and I don't say excuse me, just know that I wasn't aware until after the fact. This eye is tearing. So, and thank you, Janet, for naming Bruce. So, yeah, people say stuff. And then, so yeah, I wonder when people ask for stuff or say something, I wonder, like, who told you what? Like, that's not even, well, to me, it's not even like a thing for them. And I know I mentioned the guy who wanted to soften his features, and I'm looking at him. His features were not pronounced, and so I was wondering, like, who told him that? Or what was he watching that he felt like he had really strong features? And so he was looking at me confused because I was like, I don't see where they need to be softened. And he was looking at me like, okay, she's a professional makeup artist here, and she's not understanding what I'm saying. And I understood what he was saying. I just didn't, his face was, he didn't have pronounced bone structure. And so I was really like, who told him that? Or what did he see or hear that he's thinking that's what he needs to do? And that's not even something like I could do. Like if they say soften my features, like how do I soften features that's already soft? Your Macari order finally is moving. Freaking FedEx. How long has it been since you got the notification that it has shipped? Because we're supposed to ship within 3 business days. So did they ship it and it really was just sitting at FedEx? Or did they just ship it later than they were supposed to? I ship stuff within 24 hours. It's Bruce like from Nemo. I'm not familiar with Nemo, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with Nemo. You ordered on the 30th of November. Today is what, the 8th, the 9th? Today is the, I don't know. I tend to like this better when I just put it all over. But then sometimes I still put more. Somewhere the issue in Memphis. Oh, okay. I was watching Grace's live today. I think it was her members only live, and she was talking about. Well, she in Chicago. Y'all know she be getting crazy weather. Talking about snow and all of that. I like how this looks now, but then by the time I powder down, I'm like, okay, this looks light again. This eye is still tearing. I haven't checked the weather except to see how cold it is. I do have the Weather Channel app on my phone. I'm going to show it on your channel. This eye is... We're going to keep rolling because we're used to dealing with teary eyes here. Powder down. Y'all. This is it. This is it for this fashion fair powder. And I open this. Huh? Wait a minute. It ain't no label on it. There is no label on it. There's not a label on it that says when I opened it. The PAO is 24 months, and I do use it up in about 8 months. So that might be why I didn't put a label on it, because I know it will get used up way before it's time. Hey, Wildwater, how are you? Yeah, it's wet right here. So I'm thinking that's why I didn't put a label on it, but sometimes I still do. And some stuff I don't, because I know I'm going to use it up. My brow pencils, I don't. I go through those in like 4 or 5 months. And I probably could take it off of my foundation and primer, because I used those up way before the 12-month PAO. This is going to be wet again, and we're just going to ignore it. Like right here where it's tearing. I feel like I'm trying to get a migraine, and I can't figure out why, because I have been sleeping well. Yeah, I'm not hormonal. Well, I'm always hormonal, but not in that way. So I don't know why. Do I want to go ahead and take my migraine med now? I think I do. Because it felt like it was coming on earlier, and then it stopped. But now I feel it again. So I'm just like, okay, are you really coming or you're not coming? I think I'm gonna... Every time I would feel, before I started the treatment, see look how wet that is right there already. I would never feel a migraine starting, and then it would stop until I started the treatments. And I'm like, wow, like this is really freaking cool. So I'm not sure. So I want to wait to take the migraine med, even though it does work better when I take it like right away. Like when I feel it, take it right away. But then sometimes I know that it doesn't fully form since I started those treatments. You're doing great. Oh, that's good. The weather where I am, I think it's like 22 degrees outside right now. I'm in the state of Delaware. Yeah, I'm going to take out... okay. Pull these at random. This is Deep Level 11. I wish I can do it. I have to figure out how to get rid of this added Q&A sticker, because I think we chat enough where we don't need prompts for conversation. Hell, JoJo. I don't know why that's funny to me. I really don't. I really don't. I just know my nose is cold. I feel cold. What I do like, one of the things that I liked looking back at the video, last night's live stream, was all that contour under here. Like, it did really, and I do know contour works, and so I don't even know why I act like, oh my gosh, like that really like eliminated all of that, like how it looked even in pictures. And I do know contour works, and so I'm like, I don't know why I just be like, oh, look at it. I think maybe because I don't do it that often, and so when I do it, it's like, oh wow, that's really nice. Michelle need to come on, even though I got a lot of stuff to do before I get to the eye look, because this is her look today. Deep level 10 we chose at random. I want to be able, I live in southern Kentucky, and it's real cold but tolerable for now. You got in the high 17s? Oh, high 17s coming. Oh, the high is 17. Yeah, we hit 22, like in the middle of the morning. Excuse me. Because during my wake-ups, I have a bad habit of checking my messages. And I had also looked at the Weather Channel. Because, I mean, well, the little icon is always at the top. So I don't have to do much to look at it. And I'm like, damn, it's 22 degrees outside. I was nice and toasty under my blankets. That's for sure. Cooking white rice with a crab meat sauce. Oh, I haven't had crab in a long time. I have not crab in a long time. Hits below zero every winter. Oh my. You want a corned beef Sammy? I haven't had one of those in a while either. Yo, I realized that I eat the same things because I'd be like, oh, I haven't had, like when y'all, like now when y'all talking about different stuff y'all do or eat, I'm like, I haven't tried that. We're going to use Watermelon Bliss. It's not a bold bright pink, but we're going to put this on. Do I want to put, no, I think this is the only one we're going to use. The only blush that we're going to use today. And I did use 6 blushes last night. 2 creams and 4 powders. That I could do. That Janessa does. I can put on 6 blushes. I really love that Makeup Forever palette that I used last night. I got an itch right here. That is freaking cold. Anything under 35 to me is cold. Freezing is 32. But once you get to like 35, I mean, it's all the same after that to me because I'm just cold. I see that line right here that I be saying I don't like. But we're going to fix that with, how we use this one today? We're going to use our volume 2. That is cold. We're going to take Soft Light. Did you stop tearing? Thank you for the heart. And we're going to put Soft Light under here. And yes, we're using the same brush for all the face products. That is cold. And we're going to take Radiant Light. It's the one in the middle. This is Soft Light, Radiant Light, and this one is Golden Bronze Light. We're going to put this on that line to get rid of that line. Y'all, these powders, I'm just saying, like, they just blur everything. Is this still Radiant Light? I don't put it on my nose. We deer hunt, so the coldest weather brings, and the biggest body deers. It makes us all blessed with meat throughout the winter. Oh my gosh, fresh venison is so good. My second marriage, one of his co-workers, would go deer hunting, and so every winter, you know, he would just load us up on like extra stuff. And of course, it's already butchered and wrapped, and so we just had to put it in the freezer. Oh my gosh, it was just so good. Once you've had like something fresh, this is Golden Bronze Light. It's hard to go back to like other stuff sometimes, because I do buy frozen salmon, but getting it somewhere fresh is like, oh my gosh. My mom used to get it fresh. She used to go over to Philadelphia to the docks like once a month and get fresh seafood, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so good. But yeah, so that's it for the face stuff. We're gonna spray, and we need Michelle want to make her look. Scandinavia, they're coming out with why am I yelling? I have not had Mountain Dew yet. I do have some sitting over here and also some water. They're coming out with a dewy one. And so I'm like, why are y'all messing with stuff? But they'll still have the original. This is the Vital formula. But they're coming out with a dewy one. And I don't like to look dewy because to me it like borders looking oily, aka sweaty. Yeah, but they're coming out with one of those. And low key, I'm wondering. Well, I did say what the dates were before. I don't expect people to remember, but also it's been scheduled. So the thumbnail has been there. So if somebody checks my page, or it may just show up in their feed. So I don't know what she knows. I don't know. Because even if you check Janessa's page, or even in your feed, you'll see like the next few. Actually, you'll see all my lives that's scheduled and Janessa's. I mean, so it's there. I don't know. It's what keeps our children strong in my family. The only protein we eat is in the cold is deer. Your 26-year-old stay-at-home mom and seeing your children thrive off nature. Oh, that is wonderful. Because this store-bought stuff. And I tell people, that's why I believe that's why there's so many diseases now. Like I'll say for the last like 30 years. That's why my theory is that's why there's so many diseases and people are sick and like all these ailments and everything, because our food isn't nutritious anymore. The soil is depleted because it used to be, just eating a balanced diet, you have everything you need, your nutrients, your minerals, your vitamins. And now, even if you eat a healthy diet, you still end up taking vitamins. It's not in the foods anymore. Not like it used to be. And so that's my theory on why there's so many sicknesses and all these different cancers and high blood pressure, high cholesterol, because food isn't the same type of food it used to be, 30, 40 years ago. And people lived longer back then too, because they were healthier. Hi, Griffin. How are you? Hey, neighbor. I'm going backwards. I'm looking at the chat. Hey. You out in Seattle this week, coming back to New Jersey tonight. All right. Safe travels. Are you a trucker? I'm looking at your picture. You're like a trucker. That's my neighbor, y'all. He's from Camden, New Jersey. I'm from Camden, New Jersey. We hang out once in a while here in live streams. Yeah, that's my neighbor. So I hope you have safe travels and stay warm because this weather. What is winter? I think I have an eyelash in my eye. Sometimes doing this, an eyelash will flip and go away that it shouldn't. Not a trucker, you're a Roman IT nerd. No, not a Roman IT nerd. Yo, nerds are amazing. I will say that. Y'all be knowing and doing some stuff. This guy, I'd be flashbacking talking. I need to write this stuff down for Locke's request. We're going to put strawberry milk on the first half of lower lash line. The daughter's 8 and almost 5 foot tall. Whoa. I'm 5'7.5". And I think I reached that height in high school. Junior high school. So that's like 13, 14. Your daughter's 8 and almost 5 foot. Wow. And way bigger and stronger for her age. And the doctors are shook. She eats high protein, tons of vegetables and fruit, and nothing but water. Yep. Pop maybe twice a year. Yep. It's the foods. And that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. It's the foods. I remember when my great-grandmother was living. She passed away. She was like 89, 90, something like that. Joseph, she's 45 and only 5'2". And when she had got sick, when she was like 86, 87, my mom was like, y'all need to stop letting her eat pork. And I said, hell, I'm like, she been eating pork her entire life, and she's like mid to high 80s as far as age. I said, if she don't eat pork, that might kill her quicker. So she been eating pork her entire life. Like, what? Leave her alone. Let her eat what she want to eat. And she would get her pigs butchered, so it was fresh. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like she was buying stuff. But then again, like I'm saying, food back then was more nutritious. So even if she had bought it from a store, it was still healthier than it is now. Yeah, but mom, y'all need to stop letting her eat pork. I said, she's been pork her whole life, and she's almost 90 years old. Leave her alone. Because apparently, it hasn't prevented her from living a full life. You know what I'm saying? It's like jeepers. Yo, I was scared of my great grandmother. She used to watch wrestling, and she would argue you down if you said it was fake. And she would have a shotgun. She lived in the country. She had a shotgun that she would keep in the corner of the. But when you walked into the house, you walked into the kitchen. Well, dining room, kitchen area. It was like an open floor plan type thing. And we're going to put perpetual shock on the second half of the lower lash line. And she had a shotgun that would sit in the corner behind the TV, standing up in the corner. And when if she got mad at you, she'd be like, da, 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 I'm gonna shoot you in your ass. And I believed her. She was tough. My great grandmother was tough. Oh my gosh, I was scared of her. I mean, not in a bad way, but yeah, she would be like, I'll shoot you in the ass. And then I would look over and see the shotgun standing up in the corner, like she might. Like, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Y'all, she shot my dog. I had a little dog. It wasn't a poodle, it was a mutt. And I had begged my mom for a dog for a long time. And I don't remember who gave it to me. But she was bigger than a poodle, but she wasn't like a big dog. In 2 years, you'll be 54 and 5. And in May, you'll be 54 on 5. You're being funny. You're 55, and her dad was 6'4". Whoa. And store-bought meat does make us feel. Yeah, it does. It does. Back in the day, like, people would eat and, like, go out and do work. And now it's like you eat, and it's like, okay, I need to take a nap. Like, it's wrecking our system. And all this processed stuff, which I love. I was raised on sugar. But yeah, it's definitely different. So I was begging for a dog. And I don't know why I'm feeling disoriented. I'm just like, what's happening? Let me see what I'm gonna do first. Let me open up these palettes and look at these colors. All right. And we lived in I grew up in the inner city, so it was like, okay, if we leave the dog in the yard, somebody's going to steal it. And it was a puppy too. I'm like, if we leave the dog in the yard, somebody's going to steal it. If we leave the dog in the house, it's going to piss and poop everywhere. And so we kept the dog down my great grandmother's house in the country. So we had like this 30-foot chain or whatever, and we tied this chain to a tree, put a little dog house out there. And I had somebody tell me, oh, I would never, chain my dog anywhere. I said, well, look where you live at, though. I said, you have to understand, like, the environment that we lived in. And that was, like, our only option unless we wanted the house tore up or for her to get stolen. But she was just adamant about, oh, I would never. But it was one of those people who, different ethnicity. Yeah. But anyway. And one day, I come home from school. I'm opening the palettes. And my mom is like, I want to tell you something, but I don't want you to be upset. And when people say that, you're going to get upset because it's like, okay, it must be something bad. And so I was looking at her. She's like, I don't want you to get upset. I said, just tell me what it is. She said, Grandma Jones shot your dog. I was like, what? What? My great-grandmother also had chickens. And now, mind you, my dog, 30-foot chain, the end of the chain tied to the tree, and it was a dog house next to the tree. So the dog could only run, like, around. And one of her chickens had got too close to the dog, and my dog killed the chicken. I'm like, well, it's not my fault the chicken was suicidal. Like, my dog could only go like so far. But yeah, she shot my dog with a shotgun. And I'm just thinking that she just like obliterated this little animal with a shotgun. Like, can you imagine? I was so upset. I'm like, it ain't my dog's fault. And the chicken was suicidal. So that was the end of my dog. I ain't never get another one. We're gonna premiere. You started. Okay, Miss Young, heading off to the airport. All right, safe travels. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate that. It ain't wrong. I do love oh yeah, fried bologna sandwich. Ooh, with some mustard and a slice of cheese. Ooh, and some chips. Yes, yes. Fried bologna. They would laugh at us because you let it get that bubble in the middle of it. It looked weird, but yeah, it was good. I'm looking at these colors trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to put where? And I'm looking at her notes. The way I grew up, if a dog kills a chicken, it was a dead dog, and she shot my dog. And she would eat her chickens and also sell the eggs, and so that was messing with her money. But I'm like, it ain't my fault the chicken ran over there. But I was so upset. Because I had begged for a long time for a dog. You never had fried bologna, Tanya? You hate hot lunch meat? But by the time you put on the bread with the mayonnaise and then cheese, like, it wasn't hot. Yeah, it was a dead dog. Yeah. But my 2 dogs sleep. My chicken named Pumpkin. Yeah. Yeah, that was messing with her money. She was just like, Oh my gosh. I remember I would be like, what the hell? When I would go visit her, like, sometimes there was like this huge stock pot. It would be sitting on the floor on top of a bunch of newspaper, and it would be feathers around the newspaper, and the chicken be naked inside the pot. So when I would walk in and see all them feathers, I would just be like, okay, don't look that way. Look that way. But y'all, if y'all have ever had a freshly killed chicken, like you kill it that day, you pluck it, you do all the things, you sit in the water, let it do what it do, and then, you clean it and you cook it. That is the best chicken I have ever had in my life. Oh my gosh. The best chicken I've ever had in my life. But just seeing all the feathers and in the pot, knowing this is a naked chicken in the pot. But yeah, that was the best chicken. Oh my gosh. And one of my cousins, he was traumatized by it. Because he happened to see her one time, like when she killed the chicken. And they do run around with no head. And he was young. He was maybe like 6, 7. He was traumatized. We had breakfast and dinner, and if we got hungry in between, bologna sandwich with mustard. Yup, gotta have the mustard. That's all we were allowed to have. Bologna and bread, that's it. No mustard. You just like dry bread and dry bagels. What? And so, all right, so what colors? Okay, that's a dark color. Okay, so we're going to start with I should have wrote this out some kind of way. So we're going to do flamingo, and then we're going to do the purples and the blue. Okay, let me just get started. I don't think I could eat it knowing it was freshly killed. He was traumatized. He was maybe like 6 or 7, maybe 8. And he wouldn't eat chicken. He wouldn't eat it. And so even when he got older, and if it was chicken, they would tell him it was tuna fish, or I don't know what else they would tell him. Like if it was a piece of chicken, like he wouldn't eat it because he would know. But if it was like chicken salad or, something like that, they would be like, oh, that's tuna fish. And he would eat it. And he'd be like, oh, this is good. And I'm looking at him like, yup, that's that chicken you saw in the yard yesterday. And so they had to trick him to eat it. Yeah, but he was traumatized. He was just like, ooh. And I never saw when she killed it. I would just see it naked in the pot of water and the feathers and on the newspaper on the floor. Like, oh my God, okay, chicken for dinner. Okay. But y'all, it was so good. Oh my God, the best chicken I have ever had in my entire life. Yeah. People don't like chicken. People leaving. About killing chickens. I haven't watched Anzai and Rose's Country Life. I used to talk about them a lot. She was from Uganda and she moved to China and married the guy. And at this point, it's probably been 13 years that she's been there. And it was one of the videos, like they were prodding a pig because they needed it to go in a certain place because they were going to slaughter it and eat it. And somebody commented like, "Oh my gosh, they were being so brutal." Like they weren't beating, the pig. They were like, "Oh, that is so brutal. I couldn't watch it." And somebody has said, "Oh, I guess you're a vegetarian," in the comment section because this person was going off on how you mean that brutal to the pig and you going to slaughter it. No, you must be a vegetarian. Like, where do you think your food comes from? Even if you buy it in the grocery store, where do you think it comes from? It was a living, breathing thing, and it was slaughtered and butchered and packaged up nice and neat, and you buy it at the grocery store. So they were just like, you must be a vegetarian. And of course, when people comment stuff and people answer back, the original commenter doesn't reply back, usually. But I'm just like, and they didn't show killing it. I mean, we knew what they were going to do, but they weren't like brutalizing it or anything. It was the equivalent of, not that kids are animals, but like if you're, and I don't have kids, so take this with a grain of salt. But even when I used to watch my nieces and nephews when they were little, if we're somewhere and they go a different way, you just kind of put your hand on the head and turn them and then they go that way. So it was just, just something like that. They would just kind of like, and they would just go that way, but they weren't like beating it or anything. So this person was just, I'm just like, what? I saw down the street, there's a farm down the street, and he has cows, and sometimes the sign will be out that says Angus beef, and it's a phone number, and sometimes it'll be a sign local honey, sometimes it'll be a sign, fresh eggs. And the other day I saw a sign that says, goats for sale. I didn't know he had goats. This was a whole bona fide farm down there. And I was surprised, like when I first saw the cows out there. I'm like, oh, there's cows in Newark, Delaware? Like, what? So let's start with flamingo, but that's a mat. Are these all mats? Excuse me. This is going to be different because I kind of want to use this one too, but she didn't pick this one. This one is Heather. But she did pick Terminus, the one underneath it. So it's going to be, this is going to be a different type of look. I need them to do all the processing things to it. Need to get a styrofoam tray out of plastic. Hey, Michelle. You see, the other one is going to miss it, so I guess she'll just catch the replay. This is going to be a different type of look. So we're going to, I'm thinking we'll just use the pink for transition because, all right, so we're going to take Act from Circle Loco. I love this palette. Oh my gosh, y'all. Oh my gosh. I've done 20 something looks with this palette. And this is my second time having it. So counting from the beginning, I've done like over 20 looks with Circle Loco. I love it. No, it's the other Michelle. The one whose channel is Michelle in Makeup. That's the one who requested this look. Yeah, we got two Michelles and sometimes three. Last night I think Michelle Keynes popped in, and so I'll just say Miss Keynes because I'm like, you got all these Michelles. Yes, it's the other one. So she'll catch the replay, I guess. I don't even know if she's on Instagram. I was gonna say I'll send her the link when it's over. Hey y'all, do me a favor. Janessa, we finally got the collaboration thing, and I realized, well, what I think happens is that the live needs to finish processing, which seems to take like a freaking 12 hours or whatever. So we finally got it where she was able to have the live stream on her channel. So do me a favor, and not right now, but later, go to her channel page and leave a comment under our live from last night, just to get her some to feed the algorithm on her end. Or just an emoji. An emoji. It doesn't have to be a comment. It can be an emoji because they count as well. And also like the live. It's a video now, but just like it and leave an emoji. Feed the algorithm on her end. So that's a favor that I'm asking. So we can get her some more traffic. I never understood makeup, but my daughter loves it. Yeah, I didn't start wearing makeup till thank you, Michelle. I didn't start wearing makeup till I was 34 because my complexion wasn't even, and so I thought, oh, we're gonna do X. See, this isn't going to work. She wanted a bright, bold pink. This was bold, but it's not bright. Because now I'm going to go into Exosphere, and that's a dark shade. Exosphere. That's that purple blue dual chrome from Lethal. Yeah, my complexion wasn't even. And so I felt like, why wear lipstick or why put on blush when my complexion isn't even? Because I thought that it would just bring out that my complexion wasn't even. Which I don't know if it would or not. And so I never wore lipstick. Chapstick though, yeah. I never even wore lipstick. And I know I'm not a pig, but I would be like, it's just like, oh, look at this shift. Ooh, that purple here. And so I never wore makeup. And then when I was 34, I was like, you know what? I want to wear makeup. And so I started wearing makeup when I was 34. Did my own makeup for my second wedding. I probably could have put this one on first and put this shade on the outer corner. But we do have that magic, that matte purple to put the outer corner. And she wanted a navy blue to smoke it out. But where's the navy blue? Terminus is a pink. This is Exosphere. I don't think this is the look she asked for. Because she didn't pick a navy blue. She didn't pick a navy blue shade. And I could just take one. I could take Electric from Circle Loco. Because we know I have all the colors between all of my Lethal palettes. Or even I can take Night Long. This shade right here. Hi, oh, I was going to say, hi, Wild Water. You've been here. My daughter has the bushy, curly blonde hair that is 6 inches thick. Woo. And a 2 foot long. And I'm a straight-haired blonde white woman who is lost on dealing with this hair. Oh, my gosh. Your hair, whew, yeah. It could be a lot to take care of. That's why I don't. It's almost time for me to cut it again. This side is further out than this side. That's what I was looking at. This is definitely a bold look. Hey, bright though. She's a bold, bright pink with cool tone purples. And so she picked all the shades except for navy blue. And right now I'm looking at the space in between here and there. But we are going to put a pink up there. So I'm going to put that brush down. We're going to take Magic, which is a purple. Oh, something just got in his eye. Yeah, I don't think this is what she, I don't know. It is bold, but it's not bright at all. You get advice and try it, and it never works out. I feel like I'm battling an octopus. Sometimes it grabs back. No! So the hair be fighting you back, huh? So it sounds like she has wild hair. Like it just does what it wants to do. And what it doesn't want to do is what you want it to do. I got such a compliment today, says Joe. I knew a friend to me said, Jason, husband, and I are the nicest people. Oh, and you really are. Oh, You really are that person, Joe. Even like last night, you commented something. I'm like, Joe is talking me off the ledge. She's like, we love you, Dion. It's going to be okay. And that isn't what you commented, but that's how I interpreted what you said. I was really going through. And I knew I was putting pressure on myself, but I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, Joe is talking me off the ledge. Come back inside. It's okay. You're doing good. Oh, man. But looking at the pictures are nice. And I was trying to channel Janessa. So that part was fun. And I did take a lot of pictures. But and the shirt that I picked, I said it has to be a colorful shirt. Because sometimes she wears like this one color dress like last night, and then other times it's like a whole lot of colors. And I'm like, I got the perfect shirt to put on. That was pretty cool. I don't like this little hook right here, but we're gonna do. Are we fixing it? Did we just fix it? There's like a little dip like right here, and I don't want to do too much and then end up bringing the shadow down too far. Thank you for the hearts. I see them floating up out the corner of my eye, and I don't like how this is looking right here. So let's do this. I'm gonna feather that. I love Janessa's look, y'all. Her brows was looking good. They look like real brows. Take the previous brush, just feather right here, because there's like an indentation right here. And I'm putting a pink up here, so I don't need to be this precise. I really don't need to be. She really is, Michelle. Like, she really is. I can say for sure, you are like one of the most pleasant people that I know here on YouTube and on Instagram. And I remember I had said something like that before, and you had said you feel like the world just needs more love. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Everybody's beautiful. Yeah, you are such a joy, Joe. Like, seriously. And the world does need more people like you in it, for sure. Because these times are crazy times. So now that's down here and this is up here. So let's just kind of press this right here. Meanwhile, I'm over here telling everyone they gonna fuck themselves. Well, some people need to. And they probably do. You know, they have adult toys for stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me stay on the rails here. Let me not go off the rails. Tony's gonna be commenting. Yeah, that's the other channel. Not this one. What I don't get, y'all, people say stuff and it doesn't make any sense. People be like, fuck you. And I'm like, do you want to? Like, why did you say that? Like, they say it like it's an insult. So I'm just like, and I've had dudes that I have never had sex with call me a slut. And I'm like, don't sluts sleep with people though? I ain't never sleep with you. We ain't never kiss. We ain't never hold hands. We ain't never touch each other inappropriately. Like, what? And my conclusion is that people say things to make themselves feel better about why they treat you the way they do. Because if they're telling themselves that you're a bitch or you're a slut or you're a whore, in their mind, it's like, yeah, that's why I talk to them like that. That's why I treat them like that. But really, they're just upset. Like, you're mad because I refuse to be with you in that kind of way. So then you call me a whore. If I was a whore, I wouldn't have fucked you. Like, think about it. If people just getting their little baby feelings and say stuff. Or when a heterosexual guy will call another heterosexual guy a pussy, I'm like, but y'all heterosexual, y'all like that, right? Like, make it make sense. Like, I'm like, do people like really pay, like, listen to themselves? Both of you are heterosexual men. Like, don't you like vaginas? Right? Or a heterosexual guy tell another heterosexual guy, suck my dick. I'm like, do you want him to? Okay, I really like this shape, and I like this one too until I did this one. Yeah, people just, yeah, people just be saying stuff, and it's just like, do you want him to suck your dick? Like, why are you telling this heterosexual man to suck your dick? Are you bisexual? Which is, if you are, that is okay. If you're bi-curious, that's okay too. If you tell a guy he suck my dick and then he make a move for your belt line, you can be like, whoa, well, you said. Yo, I be thinking of all sorts of things when I be listening to people talking. They just be talking shit. And I'm just like, one of my favorite lines I saw, yeah, do you want him to? Like, are you curious? Like, this, and it won't work on people with brown eyes, but I don't know, it was a movie or something, and the person had either green or blue eyes. And they said something, and the lady said, you so full of shit, your eyes are brown. I'm like, that's a good one. But that won't work on people with brown eyes, though. You so full of shit, your eyes are brown. I was like, ooh, get them. So we have 3 of the colors on. I'm thinking I want to buff this out before I put on the pink. So we're going to take this brush like we normally do. I was thinking of decluttering brushes again, y'all. Because there's some like I really don't use, and I'll make myself use them, and then I'm just like, nah. I'm thinking I want to get these Esums, y'all. Them colors I used last night, I have had these a long time. V09, you see that's green? I scrubbed this brush, and all 3 that I used last night are green. And I'm just like, damn. Like, it is not, I have had them a long time though. But like and this is the newest one, because the new ones have the black handle. But this one is a little oily. So I'm just like, so then I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to refresh these or get more of the Sigma, because I didn't realize the Sigma ones are very similar to those, because these are black, so they're not going to stain. But I'm just like, why am I eating some of this staining? Excuse you, Bruce. Someone convinced me not to get the Shadow Sculpt Gold from Unearthed It. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that brand. Y'all, Grace she be having me tripping, because she'll be like, oh, do y'all want me to do this palette or that palette? I'm not familiar with the palettes that she be naming, because y'all know I don't use a lot of, well, actually, I don't. Yeah, I use a few indie. Like, Lethal's considered indie. Van Gogh is considered indie. Natasha's indie. Envy, but Envy the way we know it, I don't use a lot of those because they're pressed pigments. And so when she be asking, oh, what palette y'all want me to use? And she be naming palettes, and I'll be like, I don't know what none of them look like. Because when I see them, I dismiss them. And even if I pay attention to them, like, I don't remember the names of them. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'd be like, I default to Janet. Whatever Janet say, because I don't know. I can't convince you of that. Oh, Unearthly. You've been looking up swatches all day. You can't convince her of that. Damn it, Janet. That's my line, Michelle. That do sound funny, though. Damn it, Janet. It's like a little rhyme thing going on. And we're going to put this one away. We didn't use it. We're going to take this one. Now we're going to get into the pink. So we're done with Circle Loco unless I take that blue. She said blue, a navy blue to deepen. But, I don't know if a navy blue would be dark enough to deepen that. And the 2 blues I'm looking at are shimmers. So I'm looking at this one, which is Night Long. Let me hold that up with the one from Circle Loco. Don't fall. And this one is Electric. So these are what they look like. So maybe the one from Circle Loco looks a little bit darker, but, and they're both metallics, shimmers, whatever. Y'all, somebody tell me, what's the difference between a metallic and a shimmer? I know satins are just a sheer wash of color, and that's mostly what the Pride palette is, which is not a problem for me. But what's the difference between a shimmer and a metallic? Is a metallic just shine, where a shimmer is like the light is bouncing all over it? and it's super sparkly. Our shimmers the sparkly ones, and metallics are the ones that's shiny but not super sparkly. Am I making sense? I don't even know if I'm making sense. And y'all know that's a legit question because I don't be knowing what stuff is. We're gonna go into. All right, so we're done with this palette. We're done with Martine XXX. Terminus is pink and flamingo. So I got 2 pinks to use. So one's going to be on lower lash line. I gotta go decorate the tree. Michelle, I laugh every time. You make me laugh. Metallic is chromed, so really shiny. And so what's shimmer? We're going to take electric with a fluffy brush. And we're just going to put this inside the purple. Like we're not going to... Oh, yeah, just like that. So what is... So metallic is really shiny. So what's shimmer? How would you define a shimmer shade? Because y'all know I don't be knowing things. That's why I be like metallic shimmer or whatever. Because I really don't know. Have fun decorating the tree. That always makes me laugh. Like, this is funny. Okay, so these would be metallics because these are shiny. All right, so let me make sure I'm not missing comments because I want to know what shimmer means. This does feel different doing a regular look after yesterday. Why was I going to put that away? So that can stay here. We're going to take flamingo and we're going to put that on the first half. I should have used a smaller brush. This is the Sigma E45. I'm going to put that here. All right, somebody tell me what's the shimmer? Or Janet, since you said what metallic is. Last night was funny. Janet's like, I don't see your eyebrows. And then somebody commented, I see the eyebrows. I thought that was so funny. Janet's like, I don't see you. Somebody's like, I see you. I need to do something with this line. The way that's blending is, it's not blending, it's harsh. So let's go back with that brush. So Janet, what's the shimmer? Or are shimmers and metallics the same? For MAC, I do know like their Dazzle Shadow Extremes, like those are like super, 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 super shiny. But they say that Dazzle Shadow Extreme, so it's like an extreme Dazzle Shadow. Extremely shiny. So are shimmers and metallics the same? Somebody help me. I do like how that, excuse me for smacking, that looks better. Just trying to get this line right here. And this brush has no shadow on it. Like this, it looks nice, but looking straight, I don't know. All right, let's get the other color on there. So we have, we're going to take another E45. I don't want the E49. I still need to ask Grace if she wants to swap me her E45s for the E49s. I got like 3 of them, and I like these because they're thinner. The E49s are fluffier and bigger. This is the E49, and so I barely use this one. I'm looking for E45. Shimmer is just a generic term for not matte. So a shimmer can be a metallic. Well, yeah, okay. So shimmer and metallic are the same things, basically. That's what we're saying. So we're going to take Terminus from Lethal. Okay, so it's either, so what my brain is saying is, oh, that's bold. Is that something's either metallic or matte. I'm going to bring this out here a little bit. Oh, you're driving. Okay, I'm sorry, Janet. Okay, so shimmer. So I won't say shimmers anymore. If I remember, I'll just say metallic. Since shimmer is a generic term that just means not matte. That was helpful, Janet. Thank you. And I apologize. Be safe driving, please. I still love the satin, the hybrid of the two. Yeah, MAC is good for satins. The Pride palette, that's mostly satins. And also, some of the in the Esom Intensity palette, some of those come off as satins, but some are like, now that I know the term, full blown metallics, where they're just like super shiny and it's just like, ooh, okay. I'm going to take this brush again. Some angles I like it like this, but then right here, this looks harsh. Hey, Kay. Kay, I looked up Todrick Hall. That is a compliment. Thank you so much. I Googled him today and I'm like, ooh, he is fierce. And I was like, okay. So I appreciate that. I don't want that brush. I want this brush. This had that center shade. So thank you so much. Yeah, I was just like, ooh. I'm sure I feel like I've heard of him, but I just wasn't familiar with him. But when I saw his pictures, I definitely don't remember seeing him before. But yeah, I was just like, ooh. I was like, okay. And I do agree with you. My look was like that, like the way he does his brows too. So thank you so much for that compliment. I accept that. I like it, but I don't. But I like it more than I don't like it. And it depends on the angle. Because like right here, this is looking a little harsh. But then like over here, it doesn't. And I do like the shape. This one has more of a little flip. But I like it. All right, I'm going to stop messing with this. What I'm going to do, I'm lying. I ain't going to stop messing with it. We're going to take, where's Pierre? Shimmer is more glittery and metallic is more of a consistent foil. Where's Pierre? I am not seeing Pierre. Oh, there you are. I saw all the trees. Hey, Pierre, how you doing tonight? Oh, he did? I didn't start watching YouTube till 2000. It was early 2000s. 2003, 2004. We're going to take a little bit more of Exosphere, just a little bit, because I just want to put a little bit of this right here on this line. Ooh, I like that a lot better. Very lightly. I did not tap off. I feel like I'm getting a headache, not a migraine. I seldom, if ever. Oh, thank you. After Dark. Thank you so much for the makeup brush. So I just said Pierre was hiding in the trees. Is he still on YouTube, Kay? I'm going to look him up, see if he's still on here. I like that better. That, yeah. Yeah. This is a brush that had one of those pinks on it. I think this had Terminus on it, the second pink we used. What are we doing? I can put this brush away. Didn't use that one. It is bold, but it's not bright. So let me read what she said again. Shimmer is more glittery and metallic is more of a consistent foil. And Janet said metallic is chromed, so really shiny. So what my brain is processing, because I'm trying to think of what's what. So like those chunky shades, like the chunky Pat McGrath shades, some of those chunky Notoriously Morbid shades, those are the shimmers. Those flaky, super shiny shades. That's how my mind is processing. And metallics would just be something smooth like that. or like these. Okay, I think I got it, and I'll forget in 5 minutes. So I'm going to associate shimmer with flaky, shiny. Oh, thanks, Kat. Yeah, because I was just like, okay. Because some of them shades last night, them shits are flaky as hell. That palette is on my desk to be decluttered. I was just like, this shit is insane. And so, yeah, them shadows was acting different. And I only had it like a year and a half. So lower lash line. So we've used everything except Terminus. No, we used Terminus. Excuse me. So we can close that palette. We used the shade that she picked from Mission Triple X Inspired. We used the 2 shades that she picked from Circle Loco. So for lower lash line, because I feel like we don't have a lot of pink in this look, we're going to take Flamingo. Hopefully it'll show up over the blue. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. And you know what? We can also do a pink liner for upper lash line too. We can do that. Just add some more pink in here. Or what she didn't say. Wait a minute. Plastic Flamingo. This to me, looking at it a certain way, it looks like there's some blue in here or something. There's definitely something. And of course, I'm not going to be able to get y'all to see what I see. We're going to put that on the oh, I messed up, y'all. I was supposed to be using pink Flamingo, plastic Flamingo, but I was using this one. This is what's right here. But then we did kind of cover it up with Terminus, which was that other pink. So this is plastic Flamingo. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. Oh, man. And I'm thinking, yeah, it has blue in it, which is cool because she did say a navy blue to smoke it out. Yeah, that has, yeah. Yeah, this does have blue in it. I was checking out the Embers palette that Janessa used last night, and I was really thinking, like, do I want to get that after my nobody's over? And then I said no, and you know why? I'll tell you why. I got rid of all those 6 pans that I had. I sent Grace the last 2 for her to borrow, Jade Dreams, which I was looking for last night. And I'm like, oh shoot, I done sent that to Grace. And Violet Thought. So I don't really use 6 pans. This eye is twitching. And so I'm like, I'm not, thank you for the hearts. And so I'm not going to get Embers because it's going to end up decluttered, like well, not decluttered, but loaned out. And Cherry Bomb and Over the Rainbow, the other 2 6 pans, I sent those to Janessa. And so I know, like, okay, you might get it and use it a few times, but you're not really going to be using it. But that was a beautiful look that she did. Yeah, this definitely, yeah, y'all see that blue. That's this shade right here. I forgot that I had blue in it, but then I do have blue on the my lower lash line too. Yeah, I thought I saw blue in it, because y'all know sometimes I'll be tripping, but yeah, it really does have blue in it. And the blue liner is bringing out the blue in it. All right. So I kind of want to, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put a thin line under my brow with this same shade. Just a thin. It may or may not show up. Just right here. Y'all, that is this shade. Look at that. Ah. You see, and then it hides. It's like, where'd it go? I love this brush for this because it is so precise. This is tripping me out. I thought more of the pink would show because it's over pink, but it's still, this is still showing up blue. Like, that is just crazy. But at least y'all see what I'm seeing, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, they don't see it. They're going to think I'm tripping again, because y'all know I'll be tripping a lot. We're going to take Act. the shimmer from Circle Loco, and we're going to just come underneath this shimmer. It gives it another dimension. That is a pretty shade. I'm glad I saw that blue in there, because sometimes I'll put something on and be like, wait a minute, that didn't look like that. And then it's like, oh yeah. Or I'll forget. And I remember saying before, like I do the swatch parties before I use a palette. By the time I use the palette, I forget what the shifts in the colors are. And I'll be like, oh, I'll be all surprised and whatnot. I like it. I mean, it's definitely bold. It's not bright, but it's definitely bold. So this is the eye look. We're gonna, I think there's a pink in my lethal palette, my water activated palette. And then we gotta put the heart gems on and the pink lipstick. Yeah, this is definitely going in the trash after this, because this is, she's real suspicious. All right, so I put the palettes on top of my lethal water activated palette. There is a pink. Ooh, this is looking funky. There's like a gray patch in there. I need to scrape that off. We're going to use this pink. This duo is called Acid Attitude. Acid Attitude. Oh, the look is looking good. I just came up here for a minute. This project is whooping my ass. You will conquer it, Janessa, because that is what you do. I remember another live. You were like, you had said every time you look up, like something else is done. Oh man, what am I looking for? Damn it. Where the hell? I really like this brush because even though it's long, it's more firm than, say, the Esums, and it's thinner. And so I am able to get a thinner line with this. And I can with this if I just concentrate and just do the tip of the brush. But this one makes it easier. Y'all see this is staying too. Y'all, these silver handle Esum brushes I've had for years. And that's what pissed me off. I don't know if it was Nina that was saying I should contact them because their powder brushes were shedding. And they have a 2-year guarantee. And they replied that since they were still usable, it's not covered by the warranty. So I'm like, oh, so it has to, like, the whole thing needs to fall apart before. And so that turned me off from them. Because, okay, I've had these brushes a little over a year. And they're shedding and they're staining. And it's under warranty. You have a 2-year warranty. But that's only if they're not still usable. When I have brushes from like 10, 15, 20, 25 years ago and they work just fine. So I'm just like, so that's why I feel some kind of way. Because I don't expect a brush to start breaking down in you know, less than a year. And that's what the thing was when I had those lethal brushes, the eye brushes. And them suckers was falling apart. The whole ferrule thing was coming. I'm just like, this is what? I think that has too much wood on it. Like number 15, I forgot watching from the bushes. Thank you, Alexandria. Thank you, Joe. And you know what? One of the things I got quiet trying to do a thin line because there's more water on the brush than when I did this side. One of the things I love about members' requests is there looks that I don't think I would normally do. You know what I'm saying? So even though I love this look, and y'all know I love bold looks, you know I love colorful looks, y'all know I love them lethal shadows. But then I do a look like this one, and I'm like, would I have thought to do this? And I really think the answer is no. And so I really love members' requests for that because it always takes me places that I wouldn't have gone on my own. Trying to deepen up this one because this one is nice and bright pink. Hey Jelly, how are you? You love the colors look like Northern Lights. Oh, you know what? I kind of see that. And this shade is a dual chrome. This one is in the center. You know, I see that. And with the pink up there and the blue. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought about that, but yeah. Tanya's good for that too. She'd be like, that looks like such and such. That looks like such and such. And I look and I'd be like, you know what? You're right. But yes, I do really enjoy members' requests. And for me, that's my favorite perk for members. Them having input into the content and getting to see something specific that they want to see. I need to wet this again. I'm doing okay. And that headache that was coming is leaving. So I don't know what. Maybe I just need to eat. I had my regular breakfast of oatmeal and Vietnamese cinnamon. I haven't had any Boathouse Farms today. I would expect to see this look on your Malibu Barbie on the beach waiting for Ken, hanging out with Christy and Skipper. You know all the peoples. Hey, RW, how are you? I am so sorry, R. Williams. You know all the Barbie names. Yo, when Janessa be talking about her vintage toys, I'm like, I am not familiar with none of those. And even if I've heard of it, like growing up where I did, well, y'all know we're completely different and grew up different places and different ethnicities. So our experiences are like way different. And so I'm just like, wow, like she be breaking down vintage toys. And I'm just like, I ain't had them toys. Her video the other day, she was talking about, if y'all remember such and such in the 90s, I'm like, I ain't had them toys in the 90s. And so I really enjoy it because it's like getting a peek into somebody else's life and getting a peek into somebody else's experiences. And I think I might have mentioned that before. And Janet travels a lot. And so I'm just like, I'm living vicariously through you. Because I haven't been that many places outside of the United States. And so it's just really nice to be exposed, even by way of just, chats, to other things that other people do. You know what I mean? And I really do like that. And that's what draws me to some of the people I watch, because we're so different. Like Janessa and I, we are definitely different. And even watching Kay, like we are just different. Our styles, our makeup, what we like, our personal experiences. But it just, for me, it brings, well, for me, I'll speak for me. For me, it brings me closer to a person. Because being introduced to like new things and a new way of doing things. And I like things that are different. And I know I've complained before that so much stuff on YouTube and BeautyTube is the same shit. And I always know when a new palette launches because, and not just because, you got, 25 content creators showing a palette. But the looks they do be so similar. And I'm just like, can y'all do something different? I got some pink up here, but I think, and so that's why I'm gravitated to the people that I do watch. Like, just show me something different, something fresh, something new. You had a lot of Barbies growing up. I remember I had the paper Barbie. They had the paper clothes, and you had to put the shirt on and then fold the tab back. Like, that's the Barbie I had. Like, for real. Yeah, I didn't even have, like, the one with the real clothes. I'm gonna take a brush because I don't know what brush we used, and y'all probably don't even see it. There's like a little piece of pink from the liner. So we're taking Exosphere, that shade, which is right here. I can barely see it, and just cover up that liner. And that's why it's important for me to do a thin line, because it will transfer into the puff. I like that liner with that. Ooh, and the pink lip. Ooh, this is gonna be nice. That'll be the last time I use that lip, because that sucker is done. Done. So we're gonna wipe off. Oh, and I have, and the gems too. And I have the gems sitting here, and I have mascara sitting here. That's the Barbie you had, Joe? Man, so you gotta fold the tab back to keep the shirt on. You breathe heavy. Clothes fall off. It's like, what the like, what is this? Oh man, you had the cars, man. I ain't had none of that. Y'all, I didn't realize that we were poor until I was like in my late 20s. Like growing up, I didn't realize we were poor. Hey, Haywood, why do I feel like you were here earlier? Are you tricking me? It's always good to see you. My makeup reminds you of summer colors too, says Jelly. Thank you. Yeah, I ain't have all that. I didn't realize I was poor, that we grew up poor until I was in like my late 20s. Like seriously, people was, and this could be another story for Locke's request. Y'all might hear some of these twice if I remember to write them down. Um, yeah, the Barbie paper doll book. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And I had never even heard of Gem. When Janessa like, oh, we should do a Gem and a hologram collab. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't know what the hell it was. And so one day I'm like, let me Google it. And I'm like, oh shit. A lot of bright, bold colors. But I'm like, okay. I just love working with Janessa. Okay, Janet, I'm glad you're safe. I was like, I didn't even know what it was. I'm like, okay. Very bold, very bright. Pinks and pastels. And I got the pink wig to go with it. Whew. Yo, that's a lot of hair. They're going to put Tower 20 in the bottom. I didn't realize you were poor until I was like 15. I got my hardship license at 15 and started helping with bills. I started working when I was 14, but that's because my mom was always threatening to kick me out. So I'm like, I need to at least have some kind of money coming in. Even though minimum wage back then was like, I don't even remember what it was. Like $3 or something? $2 or something? But you had a very happy life with wonderful parents. And what made me realize it was, and my mom was a nurse. And so she made good money, but she was a single mom with 2 kids. And she had a house. And so that's mortgage and utilities and, oil bills for the heat, the furnace, and, all of that stuff. And she had, I don't remember if her car was paid for or not. And that's why we were staying with family members a lot, because every holiday it would be double time. And sometimes it would be triple time. And so every major holiday, she would work double shifts, like 2 days in a row. And so we were staying with family members a lot. And one year she went to New York for a nursing certification program, but she was already working as a nurse. And so I don't know. I think she was like whichever one is lesser, the RN or, no, because RN is registered. So she was an LPN, and she went through a program to get registered to become an RN. And that entire time, and it wasn't even a long period of time, but I mean, as a kid, it seemed like long, because it's like, where's my mom? We stayed with, I think it was my grandmother. But people would say, like when I got older, they would say, oh, we always thought y'all was rich. And I only had I had like 2 pair of jeans. I had like maybe 5 shirts. And so I would just rotate, like, rotate the shirts with the pants. Because somebody said to me, oh, we thought y'all was rich because your mom had a house and you had all them clothes. I'm like, I had 2 pair of pants and 5 shirts. And so I would just mix and match throughout the week. And I had a habit of every day I would wash my clothes. And I got in trouble for that. My mom was like, stop washing your clothes every day. I just wanted my stuff clean. But it was messing up it was increasing the water bill, the electric bill. Yeah, so I would get in trouble for washing my clothes every day. But I'm just like, we were not, hey, Jelly. You were here earlier, right? I feel like I just spoke to you. Do I do skincare? Looks like it. I did. They are scheduled. I scheduled a best of 2025 skincare for sensitive skin, because I have sensitive skin, even though all sensitive skin is not the same. And I did my wake up routine, and then I did another video of the nighttime routine for 2025 to see, so y'all can see like what I've been loving. And my skincare is locked in at this point. Okay, that hurts my eyes. You are so beautiful. Hi, Scar Crazy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have a lot of skincare. And there's a lot of actives too, because some people are like, oh, if you use more than 3 products, that's too much. I'm like, if you can just wash your face and put moisturizer on, have at it. Like, my skin is like, I want more. And when people say, you use all of that, I'm like, but look at my skin though. Like, yeah. But it took me years to find stuff that my skin loved. And every now and then I experiment within a brand I already like. The majority of my nighttime, well, I should say my bedtime, because I go to sleep in the morning. The majority of my bedtime routine is Drunk Elephant at this point. which kind of surprised me when I thought about it. I'm like, damn, I got a lot of drunk elephant stuff. I like this mascara. And so they would be like, oh yeah, we thought y'all was rich because your mom was a nurse and she had a house and she had a car and you had all them clothes. I'm like, I ain't have all the clothes. Oh, I got pink up here too. I'm like, no, we weren't. And so when people told me they thought that, I'm like, why you thought that? And I should have known, because there were times I remember being hungry and being like, you know, why isn't there food? And it would be like condiments. It wouldn't be like stuff where, you know, go make a sandwich or, you know, eat a bowl of cereal. There were times when I was legit hungry. And because of that, I used to overeat, because it was like, okay, I don't know when I'm going to eat next, so let me overeat, which doesn't work, by the way, as far as delaying hunger for later in the day. And so I should have knew. But growing up a certain way, it's like, it just is what it is. You don't put labels on it or whatever. Yeah, so I didn't know we grew up poor until I was like in my late 20s. Like, wow. Like, okay. But we made it through. So it was just surprising to me that people take an Exosphere again to cover up the pink over here. So it was just interesting to me that people thought that. I mean, I knew we weren't wealthy, and I knew that because there was no extra money. And I remember there were times when my mom would go on a bean soup kick. And beans were different than you buy it, and they still have them in some grocery stores. You buy a bag of beans and you got to soak it overnight in water and then all of that. So she would, and they're still fairly cheap too. So she would be like, pick out which beans you want, and I'd be like, I really don't want beans. And she's like, well, that's all I got money for. And I'd be like, oh, okay. So I'm standing there trying to figure out what beans I wanted when I didn't want beans. I remember liking the 15 bean soup pack, because it was 15 different beans in the pack. And so that one was really tasty because there was so many different beans in it, and it came with a seasoning pack too. But yeah, so I didn't know, and I should have knew. But being a kid, it's like you don't think about, are we poor? It's just your way. It's just your life. You know what I mean? So with the lips, and then we would be done. Your grandma used to make some of my clothes. My mom used to make some of ours too when we were younger, and we have pictures where you would think we were twins, even though my sister was like a foot taller than me, because our clothes would be the same, and it was cute. Yeah, she used to make our clothes. Yep. And I don't have any of those skills. Like, I'm not good at cooking. I can make stuff that tastes good, but I don't call myself a good cook. A good cook to me is somebody who, they can just go in the refrigerator, pull out a bunch of random shit and make a delicious meal. And I'd be like, how'd you do that? That to me is a good cook. You can just make something out of nothing, and it's like, wow, this is fabulous. Like, I don't have that skill. But yes, I don't consider myself a good cook, even though I can make stuff that tastes good. So we're gonna put on this lipstick, and then we're going to put on, what she say, hearts? Yeah, the heart gems. So there's stars in here and hearts. So we're gonna put on. Why is there a heart over where the star is? I wonder if I used some of these before, because like why? Because usually they stick to whatever they're on, but some of these hearts is on top of the stars, so it's like, why are you moving? Then you're gonna talk about how we gotta wipe the PS5 controllers after you touch it. Okay, let me back up. My dad, when he was sick yesterday, he hit the repeatedly to make it look like he was coughing. Then he gonna talk about we need to wipe the PS controller after he touches it. Oh man, he funny. This will be the last time y'all see this lipstick. And I only have 3 more left because I decluttered a bunch of them. It starts out smooth, but then it gets dry, and trying to layer it, it still smells good though. But it was acting real funny last time I used it, and it made my lips feel really dry. And this formula doesn't do that usually. So I was like, okay, something's different. This is the one last night didn't ask if I have it, and I said it's on my desk to be decluttered. It's definitely drier. Oh, that pops off the eyeliner. Don't forget oh, thank you, Joe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. Thank you, Jelly. Yeah, this will be the last time y'all see it. But now I'm questioning. But you know, when I just don't remember being this dry. And it makes my lips look cracked. I don't remember doing that before. Excuse me for smacking. It's definitely different. And it's not awful. But it is very drying. And trying to layer it, like it doesn't even, trying to layer it, it gets patchy. And I'm just like, I don't even know why I started, because you're trying to layer it, it's just like getting grainy and patchy. Yeah, this is going in the trash. That ain't cute. Like in person, I could see all the lines in my lips, and that ain't cute. I'm gonna leave it alone because no. I got the hearts, the heart gems. What's the funniest thing that happened in my lifetime? Oh my goodness, that's a good question. Or double tap. I would have to think about that, because I don't. What was the funniest thing? Here's the funniest thing, because we were talking about hurricanes and stuff earlier. Where am I going to put the hearts? I want to put the hearts. In Grace's live stream, we got off topic about hurricanes and tornadoes. And I had said the story before that my second husband, we were in Texas. There was a tornado warning. Then it was a tornado watch. And I was on Fort Hood. I was in the military, and we were in on-base housing. And they do have like a, what's the thing? It's not a canopy, but it's like it was a carport. It was a carport. And so, and each row was like 4 houses. And so the carport, you know, was there. And so the wind was blowing, a lot of noise, and he was standing at the front door. And then he would go back into the living room, and he's looking at the news, and he would be like, oh my gosh, they're saying, because I'm looking out the door, because he was going back and forth. He was panicking. And so I'm standing at the door, and he's like, look, it's on the news. I said, it's outside our door. Like, it was just, it was just like, wow. Like, we're not storm chasers. Like, can you go somewhere else with this weather? And so he put on my military jacket. He took my military flashlight. He put a hat on. He had on shorts. He put on boots and long socks. And I'm just looking at him like, yeah, I was. He just looked straight crazy. I'm like, first of all, if we going somewhere and it's an emergency, take off my damn military jacket. I'm putting that on. I'm just like, why are you wearing my shit? But he was panicking. He was pacing around the house, back and forth to the door and the TV. I'm like, well, you just go sit down somewhere. So in hindsight, like, it was funny. But I'm just like, dude, why you got my clothes on? Like, just take my shit off. And so much for being a manly man. You wearing your wife's gear. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna wear? What the fuck? So that was funny to me, because I'm just looking at him like, that's kind of cute right there. And so we got 2 hearts over here. I was just like, take my gear off. Like, what happened to protecting, women and children first? He done put my gear on, and he pacing around the house. Take my shit off and put down my flashlight. Thank you. Thank you. And I only thought of that because we were talking about tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff earlier today. But yeah, take my gear off. The fuck? What am I going to wear? So he's going to just lead me to whatever. He's going to take all my stuff. So this is, why is it going to push here like there's one over there? So this is Michelle in makeup, her look that she requested. Next Tuesday is Skinny Queen's look. She didn't pick palette, she picked the color story. And so I think I did go through my palettes and picked out which ones to use, but I need to write it down in an easier way to read it than how I wrote this, because this is how I wrote it during the live for this look, and I'm just like, ugh. So y'all need to, I think I did write it down somewhere else. So next week is another member request. Membership is $2.99 a month. One of the main perks is you get to make requests. You want me to do a certain color story? Thank you, Janessa. Or you want me to use a certain palette or a commentary topic you want me to talk about? Yeah, so members get to do that. And there's other perks too. So if you click join, it'll show you the perks. And then if you want to join, you click it again and it'll guide you through a very simple, easy process. And so thank you, y'all, for being here. Thank you to the members who are here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Replay crew, y'all know y'all rock. And those who circle back that came later in the live to see what you missed, I appreciate that as well. And do go over to Janessa's channel. Click on, hey, Jamie. Thank you, Joe. And click on our live from last night that's on her channel. And make sure you show that some love. Can I do beach vibes? You need to be a member. You heard me just talk about that, Jelly. You want to make me question? You need to be a member. But yeah, I could, but members get to make requests. And I do stick to that because I don't want to undermine their perks because they do pay for the membership. What was I saying? Oh, do go over to Janessa's channel and click last night's live on her channel. Give it a thumbs up. Leave an emoji if you don't want to leave a full comment because to get the algorithm going on that over there for her. And so you go ahead and do that. And so I'm not saying watch the whole thing or just let it run in the background because that'll give her extra watch time too. And so anyway, but make sure y'all thumbs it up. Make sure y'all leave at least an emoji. Get some traffic over there. You ain't hear nothing about nothing. You okay. Okay. So we're going to go, y'all. Thank you so much. And I do like the brows today. Like they're not in the same place, but it looks close enough. And I do like that. I would love for y'all to subscribe. Yes, and subscribe. You're welcome, Janessa. And subscribe to Janessa's channel if you're not. We have two more lives coming up on her channel. The next 2 Mondays, we're going to be on her channel. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be messing with that wig. That's next week. No, you didn't. You can watch the replay, Skinny Queen. Yep, you can watch the replay. And this one, oh gosh, almost 2. Okay, I thought it was shorter than that. But we're gonna go. Thank you so much all for being here. And yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to Janessa and put your notifications on because we be acting up and we be having fun. Like she has so much fun to work with. Hi, it's me. And we're gonna go. I do like the look, and I am, yeah, the pink lip ties in with that. That's nice. Look at that pink blue. All right, let me go because I'm just sitting here admiring myself because I am just so fine. We're going to go. Thank you, y'all. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Make sure you subscribe if you're not. And consider joining the membership. $2.99 a month. And you can cancel at any time. And watch my playlist and go through. I have a lot of content on here. I am Skinny Queen because I am like, So thank you, Michelle in makeup, who requested this look at this color story and the palettes, because I like this. I like this. So we're going to go for real, y'all. So everybody have a good day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe and stay warm and be well. And we'll be back here, Thursday. And have videos going up in between. So thank you again, y'all. Everybody have a good night. Oh, it just spun me. Okay, y'all. Good night. Bye.